Hello everybody, welcome to another King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Online video. Okay, this is Hero here. Okay, today's topic, today is gonna be part 2, of my recommended character video. Okay, part 2. Okay, basically, I'm going to go into a bit more details on the certain characters which is located in the store. Okay, and because some people has been asking, some of you guys have been asking whether should I change for Chizuru or should I change for Mature, Vice, etc. Okay, so there will be another few more parts because I realized that if I were to go through each store in detail, it will take the video will become quite long. Okay, so for today, we will do Honor Store first. Okay, so let's get right down to it. Okay, I will start with General Store. This is just a very brief one. Okay, General Store. Every time it refreshes, it will feature 2 fighter fragments. Okay, it could be real. Shingo, it could be Vice, it could be King, it could be someone else. Okay, this is very random. Okay, let me just touch base on Shingo first. Okay, Shingo. Okay, some people has been asking, is Shingo a good character? Should I train him? Should I spend materials, gold, resources on Shingo to train him up? Okay, let me tell you guys my opinion. Okay, Shingo is classified as a tank character. Okay, tank character, meaning to say they have to be at a certain criteria to become a tank character, like maybe in terms of tankiness, in terms of resilience, the amount of the high stats of resilience where they can take even lesser damage and stuff like that. But Shingo is a bit different. He's not your typical tank. Okay, under the feature here, he's an armor break style tank. Okay, means what? Okay, it doesn't say here in his ultimate. It doesn't mention inside here. Okay, basically when he ultimates and he hits the target defense will go down, will be reduced. Okay, on top of that, his ultimate will reduce the enemy rage by 500. Okay, so I repeat again, Shingo's ultimate reduces defense and reduces rage by 500. 500 is a lot. Okay, his skill will also reduces enemies rage. Okay, this is by 300. 300 is also a lot. Okay, his passive, assault. Okay, his attack, the higher level it is, the higher the attack. Okay, this is by number, this is not by percentage, take note. Okay, he is a snake soul. Okay, or you can call it the adder soul. Okay, every attack dealt, he will restore an X amount of rage. Okay, so typically a tank fighter, the fight soul is a tortoise soul. Okay, let me show you guys. Let's take Orochi Yashiro. Tortoise soul. Okay, tortoise soul is every attack received. Okay, means every time they get hit, they get rage by a certain amount, depending on the level. Okay, so every time they get hit, they restore rage. Snake is different. Every time they do damage, they restore rage. Okay, more rage than your typical other fighters that when they does damage. Okay, and of course, if they get hit, they also restore rage. Okay, so Shingo, okay, from his feature from his abilities, even to his fight soul, none of them really geared towards tank. Okay, even his details. Okay, his block rate is okay, about around 27%. Okay, which is okay. The block power is also quite alright. Okay, but this is just the only stats that he have as a so-called tank. Okay, so training Shingo is not viable to put him at the front. You'll realize that he will die very fast. Okay, he will go down very fast. Okay, normally people who train Shingo will put him at the back lane. Okay, why? To DPS, because he can reduce armor through his ultimate, and to reduce rage for the opponent. Okay, so that the opponent will not be able to use their ultimate on you. Okay, and of course assault increases attack. So that's why he's under his feature description, he's an armor break style tank. Okay. Another thing to take note is Shingo is an aptitude 12 character. What does this mean? Every time he level up, every time he's upgraded, every time he's promoted, every time he's evolved, the stats growth is not as high compared to an API 13 or a 14 character. Okay, so back to the main question: should you spend gold or spend diamonds to buy Shingo? No, I do not recommend. Okay, let me show you guys something. Okay, just a very quick one. Under the club battle, under lineup, okay, under the quarterfinal 2 where only tank fighters are allowed, I put Shingo in. Okay, why? Because he's the only, to me, he's only useful under this tank segment, whereby he will be able to reduce rage of the other tanks before they use the ultimates. Okay, and he'll be able to control the enemy rage also. So he's quite useful in this mode, in this game mode. Okay, but other than that, I don't recommend training him to a very high level. Okay, so let's go to the honor store this time. Okay, honor store, you will have Chizuru, Mature, Vice, and Real. Okay, let's ignore Terry and Choi at the meantime, because these two characters fragments won't be available in the global server stores until at a later time. Okay, so let's concentrate on these 4 first, where everyone has access to them. Okay, let's start with Chizuru first. Okay, is Chizuru a good character? Okay, should you spend your coins and exchange for her fragments to unlock her? Okay, let's go through some of her details and abilities. Chizuru is a gang character. Okay, her feature: silence all, suppress all. She's an API 13 character. Okay, which means that her growth rate is higher compared to a 12. Okay, let's look at her details. Okay, as you can see, her stats is very average, very average, not very high, and is a bit towards the lower side, if I were to say. Okay, if you guys watch my character introduction for Orochi, okay, I mentioned before, a typical gang character, they do not excel in damage. Okay, I repeat again, a typical gang character, they do not excel in damage. Okay, they are normally excel in controlling and debuffing. Okay, so let's look at her ability. First one, skill. Okay, her skill, Oracle's Decree. Okay, when she uses a skill on a target, there's a 20% chance to silence the target. Okay, 20% chance. Let's go to the next one, her ultimate. Okay, her ultimate strikes the whole team. Okay, the whole enemy team. means she causes damage to the whole enemy team. On top of that, there is a 28% chance to silence each enemy. Okay, 20% chance for each enemy to silence them. Okay, just to take note, her ultimate, no matter how high the level is, this percentage, 28%, will not increase. Okay, the higher level is only increase the damage only. Okay, it will not increase the silence percentage. Okay, unless you have a weapon. If I'm not wrong, with a weapon unlocked, this will go up to 35%. If I'm not wrong. Okay, so if I'm wrong, please correct me, because I personally have not seen anyone really training her and much less buy her weapon and give it to her. Okay, so let's keep it at 28%. Okay, her passive reduces melee defense. Okay, this is by number. Okay, at level 62 is 620. Okay, let's look at her fight soul. She is a wild bear soul, meaning to say at level 16 she can use her ultimate at the very first round. Okay, wild bear soul. Okay, so is she a good character to train? Okay, what I can tell is that she's not that powerful at all. Okay, she's considered a low tier. Okay, why? Because her damage is not that high. Okay, she doesn't really do a lot of damage. Okay, so that's why her feature is more about talking about her doing control. But then again, her control rate for her skill is only 20%. 20% is not that high. Okay, and even ultimate is only 28%. Okay, there's a chance where I've seen cases whereby Chizuru, she can ulti a few times, but none of the enemies get silenced. Okay, none of the enemy get silenced. Okay, she will be a little bit more useful if they change this to increase her damage or something like that. But then again, she's a gang character, so maybe they decide to just give her more health instead. Okay, but then again, okay, as I said, she's not really that useful. Even in late game, this percentage doesn't go up unless you put her with Orochi, because Orochi passive increases all other gang fighters' control skills. But then again, 2 gang characters in your team is okay, but you need to have at least 2 DPS or maybe up to 3 to compensate the lack of damage. Okay, so this is Chizuru. Let's go back to the store. Okay, let's talk about mature and vice. Let's talk about both of them at the same time because both of them are very similar. Okay, mature and vice. Okay, both of them are DPSs. Both of them are API 12 characters. Okay, both of them, their details, their crit power is the same. Okay, if I'm not wrong, 21.7, 47.36. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, Vice is a bit lower, but this one is the same. Okay, so the only difference between the both of them is that Mature, when she ultimates, she will target the enemy with the highest HP. Okay, and when she hits, she will do 25% more damage. So she can be quite damaging, okay, to tanks especially. Okay, her passive, okay, attack increases attack of all your DPSs by 10. This is at level 1. So as you go up higher level, this number will go up. Okay, but this is in number. Okay, this is not by percentage. Okay, her skill. Okay, basically when she hits, if the enemy fighter has 50% or more HP, this skill will do 20% more damage. Okay, and she's a best soul. Okay, she's a best soul fighter. Okay, she's okay. So let's go and look for Vice. Vice is the same as her basically. She's also an API 12 character. The only difference is that her ultimate targets the enemy fighter with the least HP. Okay, so most of the time, Vice will be able to finish off a fighter because since the fighter has the least HP. Okay, so if the fighter has 45% of less HP, she will do 20% more damage. Okay, same as a skill. Okay, 20% more or 20% more damage if the target has less than 45% HP. Okay, her skill assault, okay, increases attack. Okay, she is also a best soul. Okay, so is Mature and Vice viable? Should you go for them? Okay. Okay, just a note. Ultimately, you must try and unlock all the characters here: Chizuru, Mature, Vice, Real, etc. Because the more characters you unlock, the higher the priority is. Okay, but which one to unlock first? Okay, under Honor Store, Mature and Vice. I don't really recommend to actually unlock them. Not unlock them. I mean, get them first and actually train them to a very high level. Because you have a lot of other better DPS fighters. Okay, I can tell you. Kill. Oh, oops, sorry. Kill is a very good DPS fighter. Robert is very good. Iroi, very good. So, Choi, even Choi is better than them because he's an API 13 character. On top of that, his ultimate with his weapon, he hits everyone, 6 of them. And on top of that, his ultimate without weapon, he will hit the first row, 3 of them. Okay. He also his normal skill also have 20% chance to crit. Okay. So in terms of damage wise, in terms of other characters that you can have a choice with, Mature and Vice is not recommended. Okay, in my opinion. Okay, but if you really like Mature and Vice, okay, you like these two characters, you also can train them. Okay, just go ahead and train them. Okay, in the late game when the gates feature is introduced, okay, and you unlock both of their gates, both of their skill and ultimates will complement each other. Okay, I don't have the details right now, but in the future I will touch on them. Okay, when the feature is unlocked for the server, for my server. Okay, so let's talk about Real now. Okay, Real, just like I mentioned Shingo. Okay, Real compared to Shingo, Real is a much more viable tank. Okay, let's go through his details. He's also an API 12 character. Okay, same as Shingo. Okay, this is his stats. His block power is his block rate is higher, and his block power is not bad also. His crit power is also not bad. Okay, so even though he's a tank, he has a bit of damage implemented that comes with him also. Okay, so his feature, he's a reflex style tank. Okay, let's look at his abilities. His first skill, his skill jumps to a single enemy as quick as a fierce tiger and increases 20% block for the front allies. Okay, so your front row, all three of your fighters will get a 20% block. Okay, 20% block rate. Okay, let's look at his ultimate. Okay, when he releases his ultimate, he will damage a column. Okay, he will reduce enemies attack by 15%. On top of that, it will increase his own resilience rate by 25%. 25% is a lot. If you look at his current one, it's already 8%. Okay, 25 plus 8 is more than 30%. It's very high. Means he will take even lesser damage. Okay, his passive, okay, at level 1 only is already 10%. Okay, increases reflection by 10%. Anyone that hits him, he will reflect 10% of the damage back to the attacker. Okay, and he's a tortoise soul. Okay, so Ryo compared to Shingo, Ryo is a much better character, okay, than Shingo. So I will recommend going for Ryo. Okay, in late game, Ryo is a very viable character also. Okay, I have a clubmate. He trained Ryo. Okay, and at that kind of high level, the damage he can take is very high. He is very tanky. Okay, so let's go back to the store. So back to the main question. So under honor store, which one should I go first? I'll recommend Ryo, then followed by Chizuru. Okay, it's better to unlock Chizuru earlier because 100 frags and 1500 honor coins is much longer to unlock. Okay, so it's better to start early with her first rather than later in the game when you need her to increase your priority, especially when you have king and you have Mai under here. When you have king, you have Mai, but you do not have her yet, then you need to increase your priority. Then you have a bit of problem trying to get her fast at that point of time. Okay, so I'll recommend after you get Ryo, try and change for Chizuru. Okay, to unlock Vice and Merchant is very fast and it's very easy because they only need 50 frags each to unlock them. Okay, but Chizuru you need 100. Okay, so I hope today's video that talks about character recommendation for under the honor store gives you guys a more in-depth insight on which character should you go for first. Okay, in my next video I will touch on the trial store, okay, like Chang, Yamazaki, Antenna, and Kenzo. Okay, I'll touch them in my part 3 of the video. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.